Hello, Milers. This is Beverly, Miles and Coffee. Thank you for joining. Today, we have a coffee talk, and this is a good one. So you might want to get your ink pen ready. This is February at the time of this taping. So I would like to use this as an opportunity to share my Valentine to Mexico, if you will. Thus, you can see the moniker, I love Mexico. I make no bounds about that. So in this video, I would like to share with you my five top reasons why. Also, in the description, I will leave a link to my new blog about this on Solo in Mexico. So yep, the blog is up and running. Let's get started. Oh, if you haven't already, some housekeeping, please. I really appreciate you. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you. Also, what I would like to do is take the opportunity to say, please hit the like button. It really does help the analytics on the channel. It shows YouTube that you find this interesting, and they will continue to make this available so that it will come up in the feed for other people to see. Also, share your comments about why you love Mexico. We want to say a good, show our love for one of the destinations that is very popular, especially with US expats. So let's get started. My top reasons why. I will start, let's do the bottom up. Number 5, easy for traveling to and from home. My home, of course, is in the States. So, but other people from Canada like to visit here. And what I'm learning is that Canadians will live here for 6 months at a time, because in Canada, you have to go back and stay in Canada at least 6 months so that you can still have access to your healthcare. You can leave outside of Canada and then live in Mexico for 6 months at a time, you know, during the time where it's nice and temperate and still tropical, and escape from the cold winters in Canada, and then go back to Canada in time for the nice spring and summer months, and then come back. And some people do that every 6 months at a time. So some people that live in Canada do like to come here and live in Mexico. But if they want to go back, then it's only a short few hours on an airplane to get back home. Most airlines offer direct flights between the United States and cities, and then the major Mexican cities. So that is another reason why some people just choose to come here, because if you're traveling from Mexico to the United States and back and forth, you should be able to find a really good flight. And some major cities in the United States are offering direct flights. Okay, snowbirds often just come for vacation here to escape the cold weather and to enjoy some outdoor activities, explore Mexican culture, and relax in a beautiful atmosphere, bar none. So that's my 5th reason why I love Mexico, as I am making my Valentine to Mexico at this time. Okay, number 4, let's talk about the affordable, easy access to healthcare. I, for one, do not have a health plan here. And when I taught in the States, that my health plan did not cover me in the United States. So at one time I had a private insurance that I paid out of pocket, but I don't go to the doctor. So it's cheaper really to pay out of pocket instead of trying to pay for a health plan. I might change my mind and go back to private health care later. I do have a temporary, a social security number for Mexico, if you will, since I am a temporary resident. So I do have that number as a part of being a resident in Mexico. But, you know, if you pay out of pocket for a minor doctor visit, for a checkup, or for a dentist, it's so affordable. You're talking 50, 60, at the most $70 or $80 for that type of thing. And for me to fulfill a prescription, all I need to know is what the name of it is, and go to any pharmacy and ask for what I need, months of supply, 3 months, 6 months at a time, and you can get that without a prescription. and it's much cheaper even without insurance. Okay, so you should, again, saying all that to say, even though buying prescriptions is cheap, I still recommend having, depending on your personal issues, some kind of health insurance in case of an accident or an emergency. Okay, or you happen to have some kind of diagnosis. If I'm looking down, it's because I want to make sure to get my notes in and not forget anything. So my number 5 reason is easy access to and from the United States. And number 4, affordable healthcare, even if you have to do something out of pocket. It's just a fact of life here. Okay. Should I get more, if I do decide to find a really good private healthcare like I had before, I will let you know on the channel what that is. And you know me, I would share where it's from. Okay. All right. But thank goodness right now, doing out of pocket is fine for right now. The number 3 reason. Okay. Enjoyable climate. I'm pretty sure you saw that coming, right? This is my number 3 reason why I love Mexico. There are actually 3 different climate zones, if you will. So I will say that if you want, or if you prefer eternal spring, then you might want to visit places like, San Miguel Allende, the central highlands of Mexico, where it is pretty much temperate all year round, right? Okay, but if you like it hot, I'm in a location right now in Baja California where it is hot, right? So places near an ocean and then places near the Mexican Caribbean, either the Pacific coast or the Mexican Caribbean, you will be hot, right? You're near the beach, and so that comes with the territory. But if you're looking for cooler temperatures, then look to the mountainous regions. Those that might suit you best. I just recently moved from Chiapas, and it was cold during certain months of the year. Like we're talking December, January, March. It'd be cooler at night. And then that was also the rainy season, anywhere from June, July, August, it was the rainy season. So it could get down to like 50 and sometimes 45 at night. And then sometimes during the day, if it was in the winter seasons, you might have to wear a coat, maybe put a hat on. But yeah, so mountainous regions, then you're in a higher elevation, and it could tend to get a little bit cooler if that's what you're looking for. Okay, so again, just realizing that Mexico is not all one thing. This is a large country, so there are different regions that you might be interested in based on the weather that you prefer. Okay, number 2, I love Mexico. Now we're getting into my top 2, right? Lower cost of living is another reason why people are coming to Mexico, either to visit or relocate or to retire. All right, larger cities, the cost of living can be $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Now, these are rough estimates, right? You're looking at Guadalajara, Mexico City, anywhere on the Riviera Maya, though that's the cost of living, right? But the secondary tier cities or colonial cities, you can find the cost of living ranges anywhere from 500 to 800, maybe 900 USD. Looking at Oaxaca, San Miguel Allende, Merida, Guanajuato, Lake Chapala. These are regions where the cost of living is even lower because they're more traditional colonial towns. And I'll just say you can live very well on a budget. And so it just depends on whether you like larger cities or colonial, more traditional cities. Another cost of living that people are finding, especially if they want to live here, for example, is affordable apartments. And that has certainly been true for me. In my case, my apartments have been furnished, right? With some appliances, like your stove and refrigerator. That is very unusual for the States, I might say. And for the most part, you might have something included like all the water that you can use. You might have to pay an electric bill. Where I am currently located, I don't even pay for internet, and I have absolutely wonderful internet, which is fiber optic, and that is included in my rent. I do pay, however, an electric bill, and that comes every other month in Mexico. So 2 months at a time is what you pay for. It's very, very reasonable, unbelievably reasonable. But those are the types of things that you might want to keep in mind that also count into the affordability factor. Another thing, if you are looking at being a homeowner, homeowners pay a little lower property taxes and lower maintenance costs because, of course, the materials to build are cheaper, a little bit cheaper here than you would find where I'm from in the United States. And I cannot speak to other places if you're coming from outside of the States to Mexico, but definitely building here will be a little bit cheaper depending on, now if you're talking a grand house or whatever or something like that, then you're going to get up in numbers. But most people are coming here to be simple and to do things on a smaller scale than they would normally do, especially if they're looking at retirement. So the lower cost of living is another reason why I love Mexico. You know, you can stretch your money and your income or your funds or your retirement. It's going to go a long way. My number one top reason, I know you're already thinking, and I bet you can guess that people like coming here because you can eat better, you eat better food, and you pay less for it. You don't have to break an arm and a leg or break the bank, so to speak. You can dine at a world-class restaurant without blowing the bank. And I'm talking high-end, 5-star, you know, steak, filet mignon, the whole 9 yards, fresh fish right out of the sea, gourmet food. I'm talking $25, $30 for even the 3-course meal with the dessert, all the beverages that you can think, right? Seriously. Okay, so, and that's unheard of because you'd be looking at 3 or 4 times that amount of money to eat 5-star, a 3-course meal. Okay, so I like the fact that also you can shop fresh at a market where you can get your fresh vegetables and, you know, from the local growers. You can get your fresh seafood. And if you want to not cook, then you can get fresh tacos, fish tacos, shrimp tacos that are made that day by people who actually get the fish fresh and then fry it up and make tacos, 25 pesos, you know, a little over $1. You can eat a really good taco, and that's a meal. The way they fix them here, it's a meal. Fresh empanadas, tamales, come on, street food, elotes. I mean, whatever you want, even on the street, you can get fresh fruit, you know, or fresh juices made. So those are the types of things that people really enjoy, and you know, to be able to eat well on a budget and not break the bank. And if you're on vacation, that's part of what you want, right? Is the food and accommodations. That's what you're leaving home for, those experiences. So let me know what your top 5 reasons for coming to Mexico are, or what do you like about Mexico? This is showing love. This is the month for love. So I'm showing my love. We can get into the cons later, but this is my love letter, if you will, of Valentine's to Mexico. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for visiting today. And please leave a comment below, okay? And we'll say that's all for now. Until next time on Miles and Coffee. Bye-bye.